A group of UC Santa Cruz students have taken over an administration building in a protest that's now drawing crowds of supporters outside as well.
Yeah, those student protesters say they were not able to reach an agreement with university officials. They are apparently no closer to a deal than when their sit-in and protest began more than 24 hours ago.
Is it how you thought it was going to be?
Members of UC Santa Cruz's African Black Student Union met with university officials as their protest entered its second day. The protesters have taken control of Kerr Hall, having camped out in the administration building overnight. They were joined by several dozen supporters outside this afternoon. The organizers say they're not happy with the current climate on campus, one they say is unwelcoming, if not downright hostile to African-American students.
Amari Reynolds co-chairs the Black Student Alliance and is one of the leaders in the takeover. She joins us now, I think, from within the administration building. Is that right, Amari? Is that where you are?
Yes, we are in the building now.
You're in the building now. Now, I have a list of your demands that you've written to the school, and one of them is changing the paint color on the outside of the Rosa Parks African-American themed house. Why is that so important to you?
Yeah, housing on this campus is important to Black students in general. Visibility at this campus, where we're less than 2%, is very important. So having that red, black, and green house in the middle of Stevenson College, which is a predominantly white-serving college, it's a matter of symbolism and visibility that Black students are on this campus. We do exist and we do pay to go here, just like our counterparts, and we do deserve to be seen here on this campus.
Huh. Okay. Do you want the school to change the interior decorating at all, or just the outdoor colors?
Just the interior decorating is already has many of like different African American or Black Caribbean cultural paintings and diaspora paintings inside, but from the outside no one knows what's inside the house, so it's very silencing to the Black students who do live there, and it's especially at Stevenson College.
Right. Okay, so you're doing a lot, and that's not your only demand, but that's one of the key demands from this list that I have, and you're doing a lot to get this. Why not just, I don't know, paint it yourself? Just take a Saturday and just paint it the colors you want.
Because as vandalism and Black students are often arrested and often sometimes shot down by police, and we do not want to put ourselves at that type of risk.
Okay. So another one of your demands is for housing guarantees, and I'm quoting now, for all Black Caribbean identified students. So housing just for African American or African students. That sounds a lot like the segregation that we read about, where schools 50 years ago had special dorms for African Americans. Why is it different?
I think it's very different. We're asking for a housing guarantee for Black students to live in the Rosa Parks African American themed house. We're not asking for only Black students. We're asking for Black students to have a guarantee to live in a house that the university advertises as a house that's meant for Black students. Currently, about 6 to 7 Black students live in the Rosa Parks African American themed house, and we're trying to ensure that Black students who do decide to come to UC Santa Cruz know that they have somewhere where they will be accepted, where they can live peacefully amongst whoever else chooses to live there with the shared common goal.
So would the guarantees also go to white students or Samoan students or Korean students, or would they be excluded from the guarantees?
Many students, we don't speak for the white students, the Samoan students, or the Korean students. If they want a guarantee to live in a certain house, they're more than welcome to fight for that, and we can support that in other ways. Right now, we speak for the African Black Caribbean students who are struggling on this campus and need housing, while there is a house that is supposed to be meant to protect them and live as a safe space that is currently only being occupied by 5 Black bodies.
How long are you going to stay inside the administration building? And has anyone tried to take you out, or are they just waiting for you to leave?
We're staying here until our demands are met. We have no intentions on leaving. We've gathered a lot of support through our Venmo, Black at Cruz, through social media. A lot of people have dropped off food and different resources and supplies for us. Our allies are here in support, and we're here to stay. Administration has reached out to us. We have a meeting with our chancellor tomorrow at 4 p.m. And we're staying here until our demands are met, and that's pretty much period. Right. No options. It's not questionable. We're asking for 4 simple demands, basic demands of the students here on this campus.
Well, I'm sure they will cave to all of your demands, including new paint colors. Amari, thanks for joining us tonight.
Have a good night.
Each demand is in an effort to affirm the safety and humanity of Black students at UCSC. Thank you. Stay Black.
The protesters say they're prepared to camp out at Kerr Hall for another night and plan to meet with the chancellor of the university tomorrow.
Now, university officials say the main goal of today's meeting was to ensure that the lines of communication between the student protesters and the university remain open. Now, right now, there is no police or security presence at those protests and no apparent effort to force the students to leave.
Well, Aaron, it is all over right now. The UC Santa Cruz protesters met with the administration for about an hour, and just moments ago, we learned that the administration had agreed to all of the demands of the students. UC Chancellor George Blumenthal kept his appointment with the students, but he feared for his safety, so the location for the negotiations were moved to another site here on campus. A contingent of 10 protesters met with him at the Physical and Biological Building. It was not open to the news media. The African Black Student Alliance took over the administration building Tuesday and planned to stay put until their demands were met. It's this building, the Rosa Parks African American themed house, that is at the heart of negotiations. In an interview with Fox News Network's Tucker Carlson, a student said, "It's in the middle of Stevenson College, predominantly white serving college, is a matter of symbolism and visibility that Black students are on this campus."
It just doesn't really make sense to me to just give more, to one set of students than another. It's a little bit unfair.
Among the group's demands are separate housing for Black students, painting the Rosa Parks themed house red, green, and black, and have mandatory diversity training for new students and transfers.
We're trying to recruit the most diverse class every year that reflects California.
More students appear to be joining the sit-in at the administration building because they share those same concerns.
Well, I think a lot of the groups here are underrepresented. I'm here to show my support.
But there are a lot more students who don't know what this protest is all about because little information is being released by the demonstrators.
I tried reading news articles about it, and most of them said they wouldn't talk to news crews, so I'm not entirely sure what that was all about.
And the administration has agreed to all of the demands of the students. Many of these are going to go into effect this fall, so it's going to happen this fall, and students are now cleaning up the Kerr Hall right now before they move out.